you know?
Yeah, we are. The passions of the wood carving and, recovery is really a big part of my life, and I'm grateful for that. So, one of the things that I've been, I'm always interested in, Michelle, is listening to other people talk about their higher power, their connection to source, their spirituality. And I learned so much from other people, right? And so for me, I get up every morning, I light sage, I cleanse my room, I cleanse my area just to clear it all out. Um, and I sit in silent meditation for a little bit, and then I pull my cards, man, and get some guidance for the day. Like, what do I need to be aware of? What do I need to watch for? And I just give it up. Like, all right, I'm here, I'm centered. Now I can go about my day. When I don't do that, last week I came in, I was a hot mess. I was like, yeah, because
I think you were like bumping into walls.
I was worse than crawling under the table. You'll see that on TikTok. So,
You're really promoting that.
people have so many different ways to, a lot of people go to church. There's a lot of people that go to church every Sunday, and they get connected with God, right? And I'm female, so my God's female. It's just how I am. God is God to me, but that's my spiritual path, right? And because I gotta think she's a badass bitch up there, right? Like,
yeah,
she rules, So that's for me. And people go to the beach. I have a couple of women who every morning walk the beach, and they walk the beach with nothing, no phone, no headphones, them, the ocean, and God, right? So. Kind of curious how other people connect with their higher spirit, I was born and raised Catholic, and I just remember how fake I used to feel, because I would go to church and I would be like, God, confession, walk out the door and go steal candy at the corner store. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know.
That was the 80s, huh?
Yeah, 70s.
We all did 70s, 80s.
Yeah, it was the 70s. So there's all different ways to go about your spirituality. I work with a lot of women, and we do a lot of prayer and meditation. That's my way of connecting. I have my little thing that I do every morning.
Do you do something like that before you go on your bike, too? Like before you ride?
I do. I always bless my bike. I always say, God, that protection bubble around me. Right? I was even talking to Jim about it on the back of the bike. I'm like, our bubble's closing in. Move it. Because we're on 95, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you got trucks, and you got cars, and you got people. He says, do you ever notice how distracted people are in their cars? I'm like, I notice it a lot more when I'm on my bike, because I'm so aware, right? So, yeah, I bless my bike every time I get on it. I bless my car every time I get in it. I put that hedge of protection around me and around everyone around me. Because then, I can, like, people see me riding, I'll be like, and they'll be like, what are you waving at? I'm like, no, I'm stopping that car from pulling out, man. Because I got it like that.
There. Get back on your side.
Right. Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. So, so I bless my bike every time I get on it. I shoot up a little prayer, God, just keep me safe. Wrap me in that bubble, white light, and everyone around me,
Nice.
Because when I ride with other people, I want them protected too. I saw a bit of a, I didn't see anything but the debris on the road when we were traveling up US 1, and
I hate that.
bikes were pulled over everywhere. There was a ton of wreckage in the road, but as we drove through, because there wasn't that much traffic, I didn't see a downed bike, I didn't see a downed biker, I didn't see any of that. So I just shot up a prayer and said, keep them all safe. And so that's kind of what I do. How do you do it? How do you connect with your spirituality?
That's a good question. I think I believe more that, it's very similar to yours, very similar. I just believe that we all have that capability to be able to plug into a higher power, plug into like that universal knowledge,
absolutely.
And and that we kind of, not that we are God, but that we are a part, that we're like connected to that source, you know what I mean? And that we have the capabilities to, be able to tap into that energy and draw it down into our lives whenever we'd like. So, so for me, it's, organized religion, it's just, hey, it works. And I did the Catholic thing. I taught catechism.
Right.
It definitely makes sense. You know what I mean? And I definitely value people that feel close, because I think any spirituality, any positive religion,
right here, Michelle.
and any spirituality in your life,
Right.
it keeps you,
powerful.
it keeps you humble, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
keeps you appreciating what you have in your life, and that's important to me.
I did a lot of
So.
research when I was searching for my spirituality, right? So I did a lot of research in Buddhism, Judaism, Catholic, Christian, Jehovah, all of it. I went through so many, right? And the one thing that I found was common ground was we need to love each other and treat each other with the respect that we want, right? Because we're all
Beautiful.
one.
Yeah.
We just need to love each other, right? Because that's what the world needs, especially in times like this, man. We need to reach out and love somebody. Humans were not created to be isolated. They were not created to walk
we're
this
very
earth alone.
social animals,
We
obviously.
have social instincts. Yeah.
We have to do a show every week.
I
That's
know.
how social,
We
we
are,
want to amplify that.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I'd love to hear from you guys if any of you want to chime in on how you get connected. A lot of people here in Florida use the beach. We have a ton of churches here that are packed every Sunday. And there's just a lot of different ways to do it.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is it's your higher power. It's what works for you. And if it works for you to keep you connected, to feel loved and secure, then that's then that's good stuff, man. That's really
It can't
good
be.
stuff.
Yeah. It can't be bad. It's got to be good.
Yeah, they say that you're just needs to be a loving, caring higher power.
I
Right.
love that. I love that.
Yeah, loving and caring.
And asking for that guidance and assistance and that protection. It's just,
Yeah.
and believing
Right.
it, I guess.
Yeah, you have to have a belief in it, because if you don't believe in something, like, why are you doing it? You're lying to yourself. And so that's kind of where I'm at with the spiritual spin today. It's been really on my mind. I have been trying to guide other people to find their spirituality, not mine, theirs. And it's done through suggestions and videos that I recommend and stuff like that. So, try this, try that. You'll
So you don't
find
actually
yourself.
try to push your beliefs
Oh,
or
no,
your
no,
spirituality
no,
on another
never,
person.
Never.
I know you
This
don't,
is
but
what
I just
do.
want to,
This is what works for me, right? And that's okay. However you are is good for you, then it's good for you, man.
Yeah.
Because you only got you to make happy. Because
Aw.
God wants you to be okay with who you are, right?
Yep.
So if I'm feeling I'm not good enough, whatever, any kind of negative feeling, it's almost like insulting my higher power. We were created perfectly imperfect, and it's okay.
That's a good one.
Right, we were
Like
created
that.
perfectly imperfect, and that is okay. We are never going to be perfect, so stop trying.
Yeah.
It ain't
Give
gonna
up on
happen.
it. Give up on it.
Right, accept it, and I do, and I love it. I love my life today, so that's my spiritual spin. Next week,
Thank you.
it'll be something different.
I know. Next week it'll be a whole different spin.